How long did it take you to learn flips? After a few days we could start doing flips. But after 4 years, then you're very, very good. We're already getting worse after that. But after 4 years, you become an expert. Any of your classmates well known? The big brothers, the most well-known ones are Qin Yu Sang, Lam Jing Ying, John Lone, Dong Wei, Mao Ngoi, and me, Hsiao Hou. There were many other ones, many others. We have been to America with our teacher in the 60s. What's your teacher's name? Her name is Feng Kok Fa. It's a lie. It's a girl. Feng Kok Fa didn't teach us, but she hired instructors to teach us. She was quite old. She was in her 50s. But she could still do a handstand even at that age. So who taught you the flips? Oh, different teachers. They weren't famous, no well known. How are you different from the Lucky Seven? Well, it's the same style we're learning, but the teachers were different. At that time there were 4 opera schools: Fang Kok Fa, Jim Yoon's 7 Kids, and Tong Dik, where Chin Chiu Tung and Mars learnt. And there was another one, but I can't remember. The guy was called Ma. Who was in there? What's his face? Zhong Fat. Big Dog, that is. A few other guys. Who was the best school then? Of course, Yu Jim Yoon's 7 Fortunes. Because they'd be beaten. So when they on the stage, they look better. Did you ever compete with them? No, we never did. We couldn't. They were a huge school compared to us. Who's the best in Hong Kong? Yuen Wah. I heard it was you. No, not me. Have you ever had competition with him? No. Only after we left the schools, then we met each other in the film studios. But no one was small. Well, it's not like Taiwan where the schools compete with each other. I couldn't compete with him anyway. He's much better than me. I was a stuntman at that time, and Master Lau asked me to sign a contract. He told you to sign. How was Master Lau? Well, Master Lau at that time was the king of Kung Fu movies. I learned a lot from him as I was learning. He's a very demanding director, very specialized in Kung Fu. I only made a few movies for him, about 4 or 5. Only a few, right? Which one you like the most? I like the first movie I made, Mad Monkey Kung Fu. Cat vs. Rat was good, but it drove me mad. I went absolutely mad making the film, and I don't know why. My brain went. And we had 7 techniques, and then it was 6, and 5, 4, 3, until 1. I told him I couldn't remember any moves anymore. I went mad. I don't know what happened to me. I ran out of breath or what. I was aching all over, my sides were hurting, muscles broken. It took me a while to get better. Strange. That was with Fu Sheng, right? Fu Sheng was a very clever guy. Very smart. I liked him. You got any funny stories from Shaw Brothers when you were there making movies? Funny ones, right? There was one or two. I remember when making Mad Monkey, I was with my friend called King Chu. He's also an acrobat. He had to do a high back somersault, and I'm doing one underneath him. So, action, he went up, but I hit his ass with my head. And I fell right down, I couldn't flip over. And the second take, when he did the back, I panicked and just shot out of frame. I was scared to hit him, because if you do flips and if you get touched in the air, that's it, you're finished, you fall. It's strange. When we saw the rushes, it was really funny. What was that? Master Lau didn't get angry, he never gets angry. It was very rarely, because we're all working together to get a good film. He just waits till you get it right. Well, we only did 10, 20 takes at the most, not like Jackie Chan. He's got a more high standard. Then you went to work with Sammo, right? Yes, I'd worked a few with films with Sammo. We did Eastern Condors, Shanghai Express. It's harder making the modern day Sammo movies than the Kung Fu movies, more dangerous. Well, I didn't get hurt, but I remember Chin Garlock, when he got burnt by the explosion in the Eastern Condors. The fire explosion on the first take wasn't big, and the second one didn't explode at all on the second take. On the third take, the guy blew him to smithereens, and he caught fire and burnt him really badly. And there's another shot when he had to jump down onto a moving lorry. That was very high. And the lorry wasn't so big from up there. If it's moving and you're jumping, it's very difficult. And it's very high up. You shot with Jet Li, right? Oh yeah, I shot in martial art of Shaolin. I was working with Master Lau's assistant. Jet Li's style is different than ours. He's much prettier movements. He's doing a lot of forms and weapons. And he's a genius. It's very special. He really does. He's probably the best in the world. It's like when everyone's learning that you always get one who stands out. And he's the one. Yeah, well, he learned a little bit from Master Lau, but not a lot. You've also shot modern day, new wave movies like Iron Monkey. Yeah, Iron Monkey. Well, the movies now are shot a lot differently. In the old days, it's like kicking and punching, but now it's a lot more editing, takes a lot more time.
係啊，全部都好短嘅啲動作。
Yeah, 'cause when you edit it, it's only a short time on the screen.
功夫片啊，喺香港反而
I think kung fu movies in Hong Kong
好難踏出啦，因為一部電影已經踏出去
cannot
去到邊度
have
都
much of a future.
香港
We've seen
比較
everything.
講功夫片都，即係喺戲院嚟講咧，做咧睇人未必多咯。
People have seen too many of them.
電視劇咧劇集嗰度
So I think if you shoot for TV series, it's better for kung fu.
我中意都係我中意
I like watching
愛情小
love stories,
我中意睇嗰啲。我唔中意
comedies.
開槍啊，係咪嘛？
I don't really interested in watching those action movies, machine guns, explosions.
電影咧，即係有啲
Yeah, love stories is better.
中意睇嗰啲。
A good script is better.
自己嗰啲，自己都冇乜嘢
Yeah.
啦，睇得套。
I don't like watching my own really. I don't like Mad Monkey was pretty good, but that's about it.
即係中意電影係中意京劇，梗係中意電
Well,
影
I prefer movies or opera. Of course, I prefer movies.
係啊，上去舞台
Do the opera is very difficult.
又要綁住嗰啲頭
You have to go on the stage for 3 hours
翻筋斗啊！
wearing a kind of hat and you're doing flips.
唱京劇係好辛苦嘅。嗰陣時
It
我
was
哋
very
喺
tiring.
維園嗰度做嘅。
When we were small, in the theatre was only had fans, no aircon.
同埋啲水彩。
All the makeup's running,
因為佢嗰度
sweating,
着住
no
啲
aircon, right?
天呵
And the big clothes.
乜嘢都做咯，我哋都係。
Now we're doing any kind of opera at that time.
做演員同埋做武術指導有咩唔同？
做演
You
員
prefer being an action director or an actor?
做演員你俾
Well,
做
an actor,
同埋咧
you have to
買咗
be
咧係嗰個古
you have
仔
to
啊，
look
同埋嗰個
look the part. You have to.
構思啊，好緊要咯，即係拍出嚟。
It's very important to your appearance.
做指導咧，你就要真係。
So it looks good on screen, but for action director, it's all brain work.
老周咧拍出嚟同人哋嗰啲一樣咧。
And you got to have new ideas, special moves, special techniques. If you haven't got anything new, any special, people won't like it. So you got to. So do you prefer action directing or acting? Oh, I don't mind really. They're both good. You want to be a director? No.
唔係冇興趣，去唔到。
I'm not interested. I'm too thick.
呢幾年都冇好事啊。
I'm not shooting anything anymore.
可能幫董偉啦。
Maybe later I will help Dong Wei for some project.
指導嗰啲啦。
睇到專龍
Have you seen John Lone?
專龍係我師兄。幾年
John Lone was my big brother. I haven't seen him for a while.
唔理功夫啊。
佢離開學校
He left the school before he learned a lot of kung fu, so he only know a little bit.
知道咧學校啊，有冇學過功夫將功夫好似詠春再叻法？
通常都係拍戲嗰陣時啊，嗰啲啊。
We only learn real kung fu on the movie set.
出嚟可能係照打咯。
The action director will show us the moves a little bit. If it's not good, do it again.
拍出嚟都咪搏出嚟咪覺得。
So if you learn a bit and edit together, it looks okay.
同埋咧啲鏡。
Anyway, if you put the whole set together, it would look ugly anyway.
佢係拍唔到嘅，仲可以拍到啲好睇嗰啲位置啊！
好似你拍功效，所以冇。